Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Talkin Wrasslin podcast with your host, the macho-loving, cornet-carny, little munchkin Daddy Val, and the Jacksonville wrestling fan, whose favorite wrestlers, of course, are forever and always will be the Young Bucks, lyssie Val. Together, these two give a retrospective of the week in the professional wrestling world throughout all promotions across the world. So let's jump into this week's episode. Oh my God!
Dylan, how long has Rick Knox been reffing?
He's been reffing since 2003, Lyssie. Rick Knox. Knox began his career on the independent circuit, notably with Pro Wrestling Guerrilla, and also refereed for the inaugural All-In event that led to the creation of All Elite Wrestling. He made his AEW debut during the first pay-per-view on May 25th, 2019 at Double or Nothing. On September 20th, 2003 at AEW Grand Slam, Knox refereed an AEW International Championship match between Jon Moxley and Rey Fenix. During the match, Moxley suffered a concussion, and rather than counting to 3 and ending the match, he instead allowed Fenix to perform a second piledriver on Moxley before ending the match. In DDT Pro Wrestling, Rick Knox is a former DDT Iron Man Heavyweight Champion.
And welcome to Talkin Wrasslin. That was a really stupid fucking opening. Why did you do that?
I think it was funny.
Why did you make me do that?
Because now we have everyone hooked, line, and sinker that we're talking about Rick Knox right off the bat.
No, they probably clicked out.
That's even better.
Hi. Welcome to Talkin Wrasslin. I'm your host for this week, Lyssie. That's me. Hello, hi. And that's Dylan, who's co-hosting, who decided it'd be a great idea to cold open this fucking episode about Rick Knox.
No, that wasn't a cold open. That was a hot open. That was hot.
Sure, whatever.
Yeah. Rick fucking... Everyone, chat, Rick Knox. Great referee. Fucking...
Can we get on with this episode?
No. This is the episode that never ends.
Can I have, like, the notes for the episode?
Oh,
that
yeah, I forgot.
So
You're
fucking cool.
You're actually the host.
Yeah, I can't do this if you don't give me the fucking notes. Jeez.
Like, I'm just trying to make people excited about this shit.
No one's excited about it. They've clicked out. They're gone. All the viewers, gone. If we had 3 of them, well, now we have 0.
Shit.
They're gone.
Well, don't forget the vote.
We'll talk about that later. Anyway... Hi, welcome to Talkin Wrasslin, the podcast where we talk about wrestling and a bunch of other random fucking shit, but primarily wrestling, with your hosts Dylan and Lyssie, Lyssie being the host today, and Dylan being the co-host for today as we alternate each week. Yahoo!
Yes.
Anyway, so we're gonna, talk about our week in a little bit and everything that had been entailed in that, but for today's episode, we have a couple things that are going on in the wrestling world. Along with stuff that happened on Raw and Dynamite and then Crown Jewel, and then we have the Wrestler of the Week, who I still don't have a fucking wrestler for, because I forgot that I'm the fucking host this week, so I haven't thought about it.
Oh.
So that's cool.
I think it should be Rick Knox.
It's not Rick Knox.
He's a former DDT Iron Man Heavyweight Champion?
I don't know. I wasn't paying attention to what you were saying. So yeah, really not a whole lot to go through this week, but... We'll start about with things that happened in our own personal lives this week. Dylan, how was your week?
I worked, and then we went to Philly.
Yeah, do you want to talk about it?
We went to go see the Philadelphia Eagles versus the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Uh-huh.
And the Eagles won.
Yeah, they sure did.
And the parking sucked.
Oh my god, I don't want to fucking talk about that.
Philadelphia's a madhouse.
I hate Philly.
But it was... At first, it was a horrible game because it was literally just one-sided. Well, I mean, good for me, bad for Lyssie.
I was depressed.
And then the second half came, and it turned around.
Yeah.
And it kind of just literally came down to, like, one last play.
Which was unfortunate. An unfortunate situation for me.
It was literally the Eagles fucking doing great, shooting themselves in the foot and then almost blowing it, and then they had one last miracle.
Yeah.
We had to beat the Jags, we had to beat the refs, and we had to beat Nick Sirianni's coaching.
Yeah, you had to beat the refs in like the third.
There was a couple of I'm not trying to be that guy, but there was a couple of blowing fucking calls.
Yeah, no, there was definitely some things that should not have been. Yeah, like the fucking. I don't think we should have gotten that one touchdown, and I also don't think that one call should have been a pass interference.
Yeah, like
that was not.
There was nothing on either of those plays.
No. That was kind of bizarre, but yeah. I mean, worked in my favor, so whatever. But you know what I mean.
Made the game more interesting.
Yeah, at the very least. Maybe that's all they were trying to do. Maybe they were like, we know that the Jags aren't going to win this, but we kind of want to make the game a little bit more interesting.
They were like, all right, we feel bad for kicking this off of Sunday Night Football and putting it at 4:00.
But, yeah, no, the thing about Philly is getting to Philly, at least from where we live, getting to Philly is never the problem. It's just the second you enter Philly is the problem.
Yeah.
Because, like, what the fuck, dude?
It's just horrible.
We literally spent, like, 2 hours trying to find a parking spot.
Yeah, it was fucking...
Like, we got down to Philly probably around, like, 12:30, I want to say, like, actually entered the city, and we didn't park till, like...
2:30.
No, a little bit before 2:30, I think. But, like... 2 o'clock.
Yeah.
Like, between 2 and 2:30.
Yeah.
It was fucking ridiculous. They had no one fucking directing traffic. And, I mean, the people that they did have directing traffic were not fucking helpful at all. There was, like, no direction as to where to go specifically of, like, if you... Like, there were so many spots or so many places to turn where it was like, oh, there's parking here, but you're a pass holder. Oh, there's parking here, but it's a pass holder. Oh, there's actually card-only parking down the road. Okay, where? Well, it's down the road.
Yeah.
But where down the road? It's there.
It's down the road.
And it's like, well, where? Like, we finally got to a part where we saw, like, cashless parking at Citizens Bank Park. And we're like, okay. So we pull into Citizens Bank Park, and the one, like, parking area was, like, closed, and there was a dude that was like, hey, just go up and then around. And, like, they didn't say it to us. They said it to a car in front of us. So I was like, okay, I'm just going to follow this car. That car ends up taking a U-turn. So I'm like, shit, I'm not doing all that shit. And then we end up parking at the live casino.
Yeah.
Which I guess was, like, behind Citizens Bank Park. But, like, whatever. At that point, whatever. Parking was $50 fucking.
Yeah.
Fucking stupid. We're, like, a block away. You fucking asshole.
We're good.
Still recording. Jesus Christ. We, what am I talking about?
Parking.
Oh, we parked, like, maybe, like, a block away. Maybe a little bit more than a block. I don't really know. It was, like, up and around the corner. It was weird. But it's, like, it was, like, far enough of a walk. Pretty much.
It was a nice little walk.
So we park there. We follow all the green. Because I don't know where the fuck we're going, but these people do, so we're following the green.
I knew where I was going.
We get to Lincoln Financial Field. We're like, yay, we made it. And then we're walking through the gate to get in. There's, like, the little, like, metal detectors, so I take everything out of my pockets and go through, all right, go through, and then, oh, you can't take that vape in. What?
Yeah.
No, you can't take the vape in. Mind you, like, I asked Dylan when we were going, because, like, I assumed the answer, but I just wanted to make sure. And I was like, since it's an outdoor field, like, am I allowed to vape in my seat? And he's like, no, but there's smoking sections. I'm like, okay, cool. So, like, I could, like, go to a smoking section if I really want to and, like, hit my vape or whatever. Okay, cool, whatever. So they have smoking sections or designated areas in this building for cigarettes and for vaping and whatnot. but I wasn't allowed to bring my vape in. And I had to throw it away. I just bought this vape 2 days ago. This was Sunday. I bought this vape on fucking Friday. I just fucking bought it. And I'm like, for a second in my brain, I'm like, well, I mean, we could walk back to the car. But I'm like, no, I don't want to fucking walk all the way back to the car for my fucking vape. So I was like, whatever. So I threw it out. Fine. Whatever. You're not allowed to bring your vapes or your cigarettes into the fucking premise. That's fine. That makes sense. You know, I guess it prevents people from smoking in their seats or whatever. And like disregarding the rule or whatever. So yeah, fine, whatever. Makes sense. Until you fucking get in there and there's people smoking cigarettes and vaping. And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm still mad about this. I'm gonna be fucking mad about this because I fucking spent $30 2 days ago and then I fucking threw it away.
Yeah.
Fucking stupid ass bullshit. I mean, overall the game was good. I was a little disappointed because, like, I mean, apparently I went to go see a Bucks game like eons ago, but I don't fucking remember it, so it doesn't count. A little disappointed in the fact that, like, I wanted to see my team play and my team just wasn't playing. They were just absolute fucking trash. Absolutely fucking, like, the worst I have seen them play. And, you know, just thank God I was there in person for it. Like, Jesus fucking Christ.
At least you'll always remember that.
Yeah, the first football game that I remember was, like, my team getting fucking eaten alive because they can't fucking do one goddamn coherent fucking thing for the entirety of the first 2 quarters. Like, literally. Quite literally. What are you doing?
Ghost is trying to pull something out from under the bathroom door.
It's fine. It's probably like a towel or something. But
he's wild then.
Yeah, no, like it was genuinely heartbreaking to see in person them just fucking tank like that. Like, I heard that fucking third down chant at the fucking stadium way too many times for my fucking liking. Where, like, everyone start yelling, it's third down. It's like, you don't have to yell. They're gonna miss. It doesn't matter. They have no idea what they're doing. They don't need to hear the play to fuck it up. Because they're gonna fuck it up. So don't make that noise.
That was Ghost.
I know it was.
Why'd you make that noise?
But, I mean...
Ghost, say hi to the people.
It was pretty nifty because, like, I mean, obviously, like, but I didn't think about it. Dylan made the point of, like, yeah, what are you gonna do? There's, like, no commentary there. I'm like, oh my god, there's gonna be no commentary. That's gonna be really fucking weird. Like, I don't know, I'm gonna feel like sitting here just, like, watching this game with no commentary. But no, like, there was obviously, like, stuff on the Titantrons, and, like, they were like, oh, this person did this play, and, you know, yada yada, whatever. So I was like, okay, like, that's okay, that makes sense. But I'm like, yeah, like, what am I supposed to do without the announcers shit-talking my team? Like, what am I supposed to fucking do now? No, overall, it was fun. Overall, it was a really fun experience. I just never want to go back. I never want to go back to Lincoln Financial Field. I never want to go back to another Philadelphia Eagles game. Unless it's in Jacksonville. No. I think I have finally hit the point in my life where I am over Philadelphia. Because that whole driving parking situation, I've been to Philly many times. Many fucking times. Now, granted, none of them are for a sports event, so that probably does have a lot to fucking do with it. But I have never in my life dealt with traffic like that in Philly. It was so fucking bad. What?
He's going wild. Come on, go over there, bud.
But what do you think?
Yeah, Philly sucks. It was fun. I always just tend to have fun to begin with. So it was fun. Parking was atrocious. That's really about it.
You know, it was fun. I'm glad we went. I'm not glad we spent $30 on a cheesesteak, though.
That was wild.
That was insane.
Got a beer.
But
at least we weren't sit next to horrible people.
Yeah, no, I'm really happy we were seated next to some pretty cool people.
I always get the high fivers.
Yeah, there was a really, like, happy dad there with his kids.
I always, like, even at Phillies games, I always end up by someone that loves the high five when something happens, and it's like, hell yeah, cool.
I was just really hoping the Jags were, like, legitimately gonna turn it around. and then we were gonna be leaving, and then everyone was just gonna be like, how the fuck do we lose to the fucking Jacksonville Jaguars?
But I'm not gonna lie.
And I was like, I kind of really just wanted that to happen so I could be like,
I don't want this to sound like political or something, but this is like really off the cuff or whatever. But so like I've gone to many sporting events, but like so have you, like as a kid and stuff.
To a degree, yeah.
And they always sing national anthem.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was just the weed I was smoking or what, but that was the best
Oh my god,
fucking version I've ever heard because it was on a saxophone.
Yeah, so if you guys didn't get the game or watch the game, I would assume it would have played on TV, the national anthem.
It might have. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't.
But if it did or if it didn't, I don't know. The person performed the national anthem on the saxophone, and it was so fucking good. Like, he held, like, do you know how hard it is to hold a fucking note clearly on a saxophone? Reed instruments are fucking hard. They suck. I tried playing the saxophone before for band in 5th grade. It was not easy. I don't know why they gave a 5th grader a fucking saxophone, but it was frustrating as shit. Maybe it was just because I was in 5th grade. But, like, that was a fucking sick-ass rendition.
Yeah, it was good.
It was awesome. And, you know, there was the bald eagle that was there that flew down. Yeah. And I guess they were talking about the bald eagle, like, over the sound system or whatever. And basically, like, that bald eagle was, it was found, it was injured, and it was, like, you know, rehabilitated, but it isn't at a position to where it's ever able to be released back into the wild.
Yeah.
Because it probably won't survive. So now, like, the eagle's in, like, good care, and it's, like, brought around for, like, education to, like, schools and events and stuff.
Bro, imagine just...
So that's, like, cool as shit.
Imagine owning an eagle.
Well, no one owns the eagle. I'm sure it's an organization, like a wildlife.
But someone has
organization.
to keep the eagle somewhere.
That's the caretakers. The caretakers at the.
Imagine owning the eagle.
You don't own it. It's probably at some sort of like facility.
Imagine getting the vibe and chill with the eagle.
Well, yeah.
On a daily basis, like you know this eagle. You like it's like our cats.
Well, yeah.
Like, we know what they like and don't like. It's like that with the eagle. Like, this eagle's just like, hell yeah, brother.
Yeah, no, it was pretty cool. But yeah, we had good people we sat by. The arena itself was beautiful.
The stadium, not it's
the
not
stadium.
an arena.
I'm sorry, the stadium.
Yeah, Cody Rhodes won a belt there.
Yeah, I heard Cody Rhodes won a belt there. Absolutely beautiful stadium. Like, it was really cool how it's like, it felt half indoors, half outdoors.
Because we were covered.
Well, yeah, no, I know that, but, like, even, like the food area was obviously, like, all covered and stuff.
Yeah.
It was obviously outdoor, but, like, I don't know, just the way it was set up was, like, really, really nice.
That's how it is at all stadiums.
I've never been to unless I don't know if the Buck Stadium's an outdoor stadium. Well, I don't remember anything from that day.
Well, just think about going to the arena, right?
Our arena?
Yeah, but with no roof. That's all it is.
Yeah, but I can't just envision that. I have to be there.
Well, yeah.
To, like, get the vibe.
But, like, you're covered in our arena. I mean, you're covered in our arena to begin with. There's a roof. But if you took the roof off the arena and just left everything as is...
I would hate that.
It would be weird.
I don't want to see the Wilkes-Barre skyline.
But you'd be covered, like, in the concessions. You're always like that.
Well, I probably have been to outdoor arenas before. Or outdoor stadiums before.
It was like that. It was like that. I don't recall it. It was like that at Hershey Park Stadium.
Yeah, but the Hershey Park, I mean, I don't know, actually, because I feel like...
Because just imagine where we were at, like, well, we were in the, where people would sit when there's a football game going on there. We were in the bleachers. But imagine where Green Day was performing, that's the football field.
Well, I don't remember much about, like, the actual, like, interior.
Yeah, we didn't go inside.
Yeah, the actual...
Like, we entered through the outside and just stayed outside. Because you can go inside into the concessions, but we just stayed outside because literally what we wanted was all outside.
Yeah, so I don't know what it was like otherwise. I'm saying I saw the whole setup of this place and I liked it.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
All right.
You understand?
Yes.
Picking up what I'm putting down?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
But yeah, I mean, aside from that, it was kind of the same thing for me. Work, physical therapy, work.
Work.
Yada, all that fun stuff. I went to physical therapy today.
Yeah.
That was fun.
How's your torn meniscus?
It hurts. Yeah, that was another thing. The whole ride down, like, my knee was fucking killing me.
Yeah.
And then the ride back up, it was fine for a majority of the ride back up. I think it's because we stopped.
Probably.
And we got food. And I got, like, to walk around a little bit.
Yeah, we did stop on the way
So
home.
I think I kind of, like, prevented it. Because we stopped about, like, halfway.
We waited, like, an hour before we left.
Yeah.
Like, the game ended. We got to the car. We waited, like, an hour.
We didn't really hit too much traffic either.
No,
on
like,
the way back. There was still a little bit we did hit.
Like,
but...
we stopped. Like, we were just in the car. And then we were like, all right, let's go.
Yeah.
And it was fucking great.
But yeah, no, my knee was hurting the whole way down. And when we were going back home, we stopped at, like, I don't know if any of you are familiar with Allentown or the Allentown area. But if you're on the turnpike, there's an Allentown service plaza that has, like, a 7-Eleven and stuff in it. And we stopped there to get some food. Dylan ate, like, the worst cheeseburger of his life.
Bro, it was so gross.
It was, like, the weirdest thing. And, like, mind you, he was gonna get a cold hoagie. And the only reason I pointed this hot bar out to him is because there was, like, a pulled pork sandwich in there, which I thought he was gonna get. Because he likes barbecue sauce and pulled pork. And I'm like, oh, my God.
Yeah, I don't know. I just wasn't vibing.
And there was also these cheeseburgers in there. And he was like, oh, I'm going to get a cheeseburger. I'm like, are you sure you really don't want to get this pulled pork sandwich? Because that's probably going to be a lot better. And he's like, no, I want a cheeseburger. And it was terrible. Can you hand me my cup of water?
It was so gross.
Yeah, my sippy cup, I think.
Your sippy.
My sippy cup.
It was so gross. It tasted nasty. I never want to eat that again. Do better.
And the burger itself wasn't too bad. It was like the bread.
Yeah.
The bread was really weird. But yeah, then we got home. And now we're here.
We're here.
And we're about to talk about wrestling because it's, oh my God, it's 5:40 and it's pitch black outside.
Daylight savings time. Bro, how was your daylight savings?
I don't know, man. It was fine, I guess. Anyway, let's get into actually talking about the wrestling stuff in this podcast, and people don't want to hear about us ramble on about fucking Lincoln Financial Field anymore. So to start things off, we're gonna give a big ol' shout out to our boy over at Tapped Out to Pro Wrestling podcast.
Yes.
Our boy Bryce decided he was gonna jump on the podcast train and start talking about wrestling stuff.
Yes.
And he's got a really cool setup with all of his figures. And he talks about
wrestling.
What was his first episode about? It was the PWI
he pretty much
Wrestling
goes,
Observers?
Well, no, he just goes through like yes, but he reads from the Observers, but he was talking about 1997, like the year 1997, and like important stuff there, and he talked about other things too and whatnot, but mostly 1997 stuff. I think he did like 5 unlikely deathmatch wrestlers and stuff like that. So it's cool. Check it out.
One of my favorite things that he did on the podcast was before he really got into the nitty gritty of stuff, he went on like Macari.
Yeah, he goes on Macari and like looks and like goes shopping on Macari.
Yeah, which is really cool. Like, so he was showing all these cool finds that he was, coming across on Macari and whatnot. Which is nifty. I like stuff like that. So, go give Bryce a like. Go give him a follow. Go tell him that you were sent here from us. And go call him a little bitch boy because I told you to.
Yeah.
But like with love, of course.
That bitch.
The little bitch boy.
We'll put the link in the description.
And moving on to the WWE ID.
Do you want me to pull up the screenshots for that?
Which we'll read off and we'll give our opinions because I have conflicting opinions about something like this.
Is this the one? Yeah, there's 2. You just gotta swipe.
Oh God, this is so much words. Holy shit.
So many words, yeah.
This comes from the 434 on Facebook. And is, well, I'm actually not sure where they got all this specific information from.
It
doesn't say.
Oh, it doesn't say. Huh.
So, not sure if
pretty
it was
much
them,
pretty much everyone.
but pretty much everyone.
Multiple sources.
WWE has announced a new independent wrestling development program called WWE ID, Independent Development, which will give independent wrestlers a better access to the WWE. They released the following statement. WWE today announces the launch of a first-of-its-kind developmental program designed to provide up-and-coming independent wrestlers a pathway to a potential career in WWE. The program will be called WWE ID, short for WWE Independent Development. WWE ID is the latest in our efforts to identify and support the journey of up-and-coming wrestlers, in turn raising the profile of and strengthening the independent wrestling economy, said WWE Chief Content Officer Paul Triple H Levesque. What did I do? There we go. Following the 2021 launch of WWE's NIL program, WWE ID has been constructed to support independent wrestling prospects and wrestling schools with world-class training, development, and mentorship. Under the program, WWE will provide prominent independent wrestling schools with the WWE ID official designation, with the goal of providing new trainees and existing talent at these select institutions with enhanced development opportunities. Booker T's Reality of Wrestling, Cody Rhodes' Nightmare Factory, Seth Rollins' Black and Brave Academy, Elite Pro Wrestling Training Center, and KnockX Pro Academy are the first WWE ID independent wrestling schools to learn the official designation. Designation. Additionally, WWE ID will identify top independent wrestling prospects with an official WWE ID prospect designation and support their developmental journey by providing financial opportunity and assisting with training, mentorship, and development, including access to world-class facilities, best-in-class ring training, athletic trainers, and more. WWID will give fans the opportunity to follow the paths of these standout prospects on the independent wrestling scene through the curation, behind-the-scenes content, as well as highlights and matches showcased across WWE's social platforms. So, I don't think inherently it's a bad idea, especially if we're taking schools of people who are already tied to WWE, like Cody Rhodes,
yes.
Seth Rollins, and everything. If we're keeping it where the wrestlers who wrestle for us or have like Legends contracts or are like WWE lifers or whatever, and they're basically, this is my company, this is my home, this is where I'm staying for the rest of eternity, this is my job, yada yada yada, whatever. And we're using their schools for the WWE IDs. Cool, fine, whatever, that's great, because a lot of people going into these schools are probably fans of the wrestlers themselves and have the idea of wanting to eventually get to WWE. It might not want to be people that want to, you know, travel overseas or whatever, or go to any other different wrestling promotions. Like, they might be like, my goal line is WWE, that's where I want to be. And that's good that they have these designated specific areas within their own company already. My only concern about the whole thing is I don't want it to disrupt the current independent scene. I don't think it will, but I don't want this to turn into a monopoly type situation where WWE is taking over the independents and they're like, well, we're gonna like really put out all of these schools out there and like really trademark this and like really just try to drive people to come to WWE type of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't think that is gonna happen because it seems like, again, they're really just focusing on people who are already working for WWE or have worked for WWE in the past, and are still in good standings with them. And
kind of just like hey, check out. It's more so, hey, you can check out this guy.
Yeah.
Like, I have this guy at my school.
Yeah. So it seems already very like internal, even though it is very external. It seems to be broadening the scopes of what they want their internal talent to be.
Obviously, something wasn't working with the latest NXT developmental of using college kids or whatever, like athletes.
Yeah.
I mean, not everyone's a wrestler.
No, and again, like, as long as there's still places for wrestlers to go, good places for wrestlers to go that don't want to go to WWE, I think we'll be fine. I just don't want them to try and completely take over the independent market. Because they don't need to.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on this?
That's pretty much everything that you said of, like, soon as this dropped, I don't even think, like, me and you talked about it much when this all broke and everything. But, like, when it dropped, I was just like, it's gonna happen.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean, the thing...
it's gonna happen, and, like, as long as it doesn't ruin independent wrestling completely, then okay, I dig the concept.
Yeah. Yeah, again, I think it's good for all those independent wrestlers that want to get to WWE.
Yeah.
It really gives them that opportunity now.
It gives you more notoriety.
Yeah.
And, like, that's what you want to do. Like, that's the dream. Like, that's don't let anyone fool you. That's everyone's dream. Everyone's dream, if you're a wrestler, everyone's dream is to get to WWE or maybe AEW too. But
I would be so happy in New Japan.
That's the thing. Like, yeah, there's New Japan and all that. But a lot of guys will be like, yeah, I want to be in Impact, or I want to be in New Japan and all that. But then I want to pull, like, what AJ Styles did. I want to start at the age of 18 or whatever. I get in the pro wrestling school or whatever. You grind through the indies because you're young. Your body can do that. You grind through the indies. You sign to, no offense to anyone's secondary promotion like AEW, TNA, or you go to New Japan. Your body, wear and tear on your body, and the next thing you know, you're in your 40s, and it's like WWE. I made it. This is where I always dreamed of. Every wrestler wants to compete at WrestleMania. Don't let them fool you, even those weekend warriors.
No, I think the Bucks and Kenny are fine.
They were in WWE.
They had tryouts.
Exactly.
They weren't in it, but they had tryouts.
But they were still there.
Yeah, but that was before. That was before Bullet Club.
I mean, it doesn't matter though. I mean, that day when they were there, they're probably like, "Fuck, made it."
Well, I mean, they did. They tried out. They didn't get there. But then they said, "Fuck it, we're gonna make our own."
Well, yeah, exactly.
And they changed the world of it. But.
And the sad thing is too. I heard this from the Sandman, so take it as is. When you're a wrestler, usually 80% of the time, 80% of the wrestlers, where they start is where they end. And that means on the indies in front of 20 people, then they go to the highs, and they come down and they're on the indies in front of 20 people.
Yeah, well,
and it is, and sometimes it does happen. It's sad.
I'm just saying, I'd sell my soul to Tanahashi.
Yeah.
Yeah. That man could, yeah, he could have it.
How many knees is he retiring with?
Well, I can only give him one of mine if he asks, so I don't think my other one would be any benefit to him. But anyway, let's move on to the next topic, which if I can get my notes up, that'd be really, really cool.
Do you need help?
How do I do this?
Oh my God, you're a pain in the ass.
How do I do it?
Where are we at?
Give me the notes. I know where we're at.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Well, I think I gotta pull up another screenshot.
Breaking news. Not breaking right now, but
yeah.
Breaking news. Nick Gage has left GCW. Screenshots. So pull up the screenshots again.
Yes, this was crazy that this was announced.
Yeah.
There's 3 of them, so you got.
Oh my God, there's so much. All right,
there's
give me
3 of them. I think this is from fucking Thiful.
This is from Fightful.
But then everyone else was like reporting it.
So am I reading? I'm reading all this. Okay.
Yeah, just read all of it. Try to quote things.
So we're starting with Gage returned to wrestling at Battleground, appearing on Blood Bullies. Blood Bullies, is that what it is? I don't know.
Yeah.
Gage was asked about his status in GCW and his relationship with Brett Lauderdale. This is quoted from Nick Gage.
We need Bryce to do a Nick Gage voice.
First off, Brett Lauderdale is my friend. My best friend.
He's my fucking homie.
My fucking homie MDK all fucking day. First off, Brett Lauderdale is my friend. My best friend. He's done a lot for my career. GCW is always going to be my home. I love Brett. I love his family. Sometimes you have to move on in your career. Sometimes you don't see eye to eye with your friends. It is what it is. Maybe down the road we can sit down. It's business. It's a little bit of everything. Life moves on. You have to keep trucking, he said. Gage said he hasn't spoken to anyone regarding a potential appearance when GCW returns to the Hammerstein Ballroom in January. He's doing him and focusing on himself. I'm totally focused on myself, my brand, building bridges. I'm building a team. I'm building a squad, said Gage. He asked about the rumors that he was in rehab. Gage confirmed he did go to rehab. I'm proud that I went there. I will never apologize for that. I was exhausted. I was headed down the wrong path. I'm glad I noticed that and that I had people in my corner. I'm glad I went there. It helped me out. I will never apologize for going there. Nobody made me leave that place. I'm a grown-ass man. Nobody makes me do anything. I left because I felt good. I was good, he said. Gage said he's working on taking MDK to the next level. Gage is set to face Sami Callihan at Fourth Rope Wrestling's Heels Have Eyes 3rd on November 2nd. Jesus Christ, what a fucking name.
You love indie,
what the
indie promotions.
Fuck.
Indie promotions.
So yeah, Nick is not with GCW at the moment.
Which is crazy.
Absolutely insane.
He was Mr. GCW. GCW was literally
him.
The first show is supposed to be the Nick Gage. They have a show called the Nick Gage Invitational.
Well, now it's going to be called the Joey Janela Invitational.
It probably will. Or the Matt Cardona fucking invitation. Bro, literally, GCW now is Joey Janela and Matt Cardona.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's insane. But, like, one, I'm glad Nick Gage went to rehab.
Yes.
I'm glad he realized that, oh shit, I'm heading down the wrong path. And he didn't do what he did last time.
Mm-hmm.
And that's rob a bank without a mask.
Also, never get over John Moxley's quote in that episode of Dark Side of the Ring. You know, the guy that looks like he's about to rob a fucking bank. He always comes out wearing a fucking mask. And then he goes and he robs a bank without a fucking mask. It's clear as day. That's Nick Gage. Like,
I love Nick Gage. Little fun fact about Nick Gage. Bryce once got me a birthday present, right? And it's a Nick Gage cameo.
Mm-hmm.
Can we, edit it in here? That'd be fucking funny if we can edit it in here.
I mean, I could try to, clip it in here.
That'd be fucking funny if, you can pause it, right here.
God, this shit Nick fucking Gage. And you know how I start this shit off. Shout out to my murder, death, kill gang members around the fucking world. Shout out to all my boys locked up in the cell. Eastern Bloc. And shout out to my hate club. R.I.P. Big Nate Hatred. R.I.P. my brother Justice Payne. And I want to give a big MDK birthday shout out to one of my gang members. I want to give a big MDK birthday shout out to my boy Dylan. And Dylan, I want to wish you a happy birthday, but also I want to thank you for repping the fucking gang the right fucking way. I want to say thank you for supporting Nick Gage for all these motherfucking years. Because let's keep it real, Dylan. If it wasn't for you and the rest of the motherfucking gang, I wouldn't be here right now, and I definitely wouldn't be doing what I love, and that's professional deathmatch wrestling. So I want to say thank you. I want to say happy birthday. Also, I want to let you know that if you want to get in the ring with me, that will be a big mistake. Dylan, I do this for a living. They don't call me the god of this shit for nothing. Dylan, you carry a bag around that's called the Satan bag. Well, guess what, motherfucker? I carry around a fucking thing called a pizza cutter. And it's sharp as hell. So, Dylan Von Satan, I will smash you in the head with a light tube. You will fall to the ground. I will take that sharp piece of light tube and I will slice and carve your fucking body up until you start bleeding all over the place. Then I'll take the pizza cutter out and I'll fucking slice your fucking forehead wide open so blood starts oozing out. And then you're going to start tapping and quitting and crying. So don't even think about getting in the ring with the motherfucking man, the king, the god of this shit. Because I will hurt you really, really bad. Because all I do is create fucking violence in that ring. But happy fucking birthday, Dylan. Thank you for all the fucking support. And you know what it is. It's MDK all motherfucking day. And Dylan, the next time you see me, you come up to me and say, what's up? Shout out to Bryce for booking this motherfucking shit. Free my boy 2-6. Let him back with his gang. And you know what it is. It's MDK all fucking day.
And then it picks back up like right here.
All right. Well,
We'll try.
We'll try.
If not, can we post it like on YouTube as a short?
Maybe.
Like, are we allowed
definitely...
to post a cameo?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I'll figure it out. I'll probably be able to get it into this video.
All right. How does YouTube work?
I'll get it into the video.
All right.
But
if not, ignore this whole conversation. But Bryce got me a cameo from Nick Gage the one time, and it's funny.
Yeah. I love the one where it went around on Twitter for a while.
The trans rights one?
Yeah, the trans rights one, where someone literally just bought a cameo and just asked him to say trans rights, and he went off on like a fucking tirade about trans rights in a good way. In a good way. Where he was just
he was wearing the trans rights shirt.
Yeah, and he was just like, I fucking love trans people because y'all are being your motherfucking selves. And that's what MDK stands for, being your motherfucking self. Like, he went off on it. It was great. It was awesome.
Bro, he's wild. Like, Nick Gage is fucking wild.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, I'm glad. It's just, like, I'm glad he went to rehab, obviously. But it's just, like, really, maybe GCW, maybe something was, like, we don't know what's going on. Maybe something was going on in GCW, and there was like that whole thing coming out of that was another thing I wanted to talk about. The good thing we led into this, and John Moxley. Another report came out about the John Moxley payment thing.
Oh yeah.
Like,
well, that's kind of a given.
Yeah,
unfortunately.
But I respect John Moxley for being like, hey, pay Nick this much.
Yeah.
And Brett did.
Yeah.
Brett Lauderdale did. But I understand as well where Brett Lauderdale was coming from of giving John Moxley more money than Nick Gage. Yes, Nick Gage brings in that regular GCW audience because that's who the GCW sickos want to see is Nick fucking Gage. They're Hulk Hogan, literally. They want to see Nick fucking Gage. Where John Moxley, now, like, me and Lyssie don't watch every GCW show.
No.
But we watched that show because why? It was Nick Gage versus John Moxley. Mm-hmm. John Moxley will bring in that casual viewer. And if you notice, not every GCW show is talked about. Like, they're doing a show in Hawaii, fun fact.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Have you been seeing much on it?
Not too much.
Yeah, not too much. But WrestleMania weekend, when they do Joey Janela's Spring Break, you always see stuff. Mm-hmm. Or when they do Bloodsport, you always see stuff. When they go to Japan, you always see stuff. Like, you see stuff with certain events. When they do the Hammerstein Ballroom show, that's going to be the talk of fucking Twitter.
I still can't believe I never got to see Joey Janela's Spring Break. And I had the opportunity to get tickets, and I missed them. I literally missed them.
It's crazy.
That was the worst thing that's ever happened to me. I would have driven down to Philly for Joey Janela's Spring Break.
But I guess Nick just needs to... I think Nick eventually comes back to GCW. He just needs a break.
Yeah.
And he's going to go do his own thing on the indies, just do his thing. And he'll probably come back to GCW, but one of those, like, hey, we just need some space.
Yeah. Type
of thing. And
it's been a while.
Yeah. Like, him and Brett have been friends since Nick was in CZW. So,
is there a certain someone that we know that knows about this situation? With Nick leaving GCW? A very, very big Nick Gage fan that we know? Who was very upset when Matt Cardona beat Nick
Oh no.
Gage. Does this person...
He has no idea, I don't think.
You haven't, like, talked to him about it? He hasn't said anything to you about it?
No.
Are you going to say anything to him about it?
No.
You're just going to wait for it to, like...
I don't like talking wrestling with him.
That's fair. I just wanted to know how that all went over.
I didn't even... No.
But anyway.
I don't talk wrestling.
All right,
let's
give me the fucking notes.
Fuck dumb clown wrestling.
Give me the fucking notes. Give me the fucking notes. Give me them. All right, stop hitting the phone.
Nick fucking Gage.
Let's move on. Let's move on into Raw.
Raw's War.
Raw, the WWE. And I'm reading this as this is written. The Usos are back, /, Bloodline 2.0 attacks, / Usos stand tall. I don't think I saw this.
That's what happened.
Did I see this?
I don't remember, man.
I don't remember. I don't care.
I don't remember. The Usos are back, though. They attacked the Bloodline.
Oh, yeah, no, I did see this. Yeah, I did see this. Okay. Yeah, cool.
It's good that they're back.
This is all happening very fast.
Yes, it is.
Way too fucking fast for, like, Bloodline.
I mean, they had the
story,
6-man tag at Crown Jewel.
Yeah, and honestly, I'll fucking take it at this point. Like, get this shit off my fucking TV.
They're gonna be doing war games, probably.
I can't, man.
As long as we get Roman versus Jacob.
I'm so over it.
Yeah, this hit done.
There's no done.
Up in the right-hand corner.
Oh.
Holy fuck.
Moving on to continuing with blood. The Bloodline saga. You're not family, Jey Uso says to Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn looks down, heartbroken, shattered.
That's what I've
written. Did Jey
written.
really say that to him?
Is that?
I thought we were.
That's what I
thought we were Usi, brother.
Is that what I
thought
wrote
to
down?
himself. Jey walks away with his brother Jimmy. Sammy is left there pondering. What do I do now? What would El Generico do at a time like this?
Sign the AEW.
No, you just wrote "You're not family." Jey Uso to Sami Zayn.
Yeah. What do you think about that? Jey Uso said, "Fuck you."
I don't like Jey Uso anymore.
No yeet.
No yeet.
No yeet.
No yeet.
No yeet.
If you're mean to Sammy, you're mean to me, and I don't like that. No one's mean to Sami Zayn in front of me. Absolutely not.
Okay.
You do not get any sort of mean to Sami Zayn pass on my spectrum of things. All right?
All right.
We love Sami Zayn in this house. Moving on. Sammy talking to Solo. The Usos see it from afar. You literally wrote that.
That's what I've written.
You wrote that. You wrote the Usos see it from afar. Not like the Usos secretly see this, or ooh, the Usos caught Sammy talking to Solo. They see it from afar. What the fuck? What the fuck?
This is soap opera, bro. Sammy's cheating.
I don't know what's going on with it.
Sammy's cheating.
And honestly, with the
we get answers from Crown Jewel.
we do, but we don't. Like,
but Sammy's cheating.
Seth Rollins and Bronson Reed have a nice backstage brawl, and then Seth Rollins rips off a jacket to reveal the same jacket, which is my favorite thing.
He did.
Actually, my favorite thing.
He fucking comes walking up the ramp to go after Bronson Reed, and he rips off his jacket, and he has the same fucking thing on.
It's the same energy as Sting taking off the mask and having the Sting paint on. It's like, literally the same fucking energy, and I love it.
Like, what the fuck was he doing?
I don't know, but it was funny. You know, he probably, I guarantee you, he ordered the shirt or the jacket or whatever.
And 2 came.
And 2 came, and he's like, what do I do with 2? And he's like, I have a great idea. Or like he accidentally ordered 2 or something. Like, or he ordered 2 because he wasn't sure of his size, and the one fit him perfect, but the other was just a little too big, and he's like, I have a great idea. I have the best idea ever. And that's what happened.
Okay.
Hilarious. I still don't like Bronson Reed.
You still don't like Bronson Reed?
No, I don't get it.
Well, that sucks for you.
Going into Dynamite.
That was Raw.
That was Raw, yeah. Not much to talk about. Going into Dynamite. Orange Cassidy is going at it alone to take out Jon Moxley.
Yeah.
Orange Cassidy giving like the longest promo he's ever given in his entire life.
And he still ended it with "I'm Orange Cassidy and I don't have a catchphrase."
Yeah.
Which was kind of cool, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
Because, like, it was literally it was an out-of-character moment for, like, what people know Orange Cassidy as. And I actually, and Lissy can confirm this, I was just sitting here watching it. I was like, he's going.
It's a good promo.
He was going somewhere. I liked it.
No, it was good.
I still don't agree with it being Jon Moxley and Orange Cassidy in the main event of a fucking pay-per-view, but
something funky's happening.
here we are. Yeah,
Something funky's happening.
Yeah, here we are.
So I mean, I'm here for it. It'll be a good match.
The thing is, I don't completely hate like the whole Jon Moxley storyline.
No, it's a good storyline.
I things could be better, but I don't hate it because I like the chaos factor of it.
I think it's gonna be John taking out these like fan favorite fan staples.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like, I just wish that like there was more main event talent involved.
Well, we have Darby, we have Orange so far. We have Danny, who's involved.
But Danny's not really a main event guy yet.
He will be.
Like, okay, I'll
People
pass,
love him.
I'll pass on Orange because, yeah, like, agreed there, I guess. But, like, Danny, like, Private Party, all of that.
Private Party are champions now, which we'll get into in a little bit. But, no, Danny's getting there. So it makes sense.
But it's just, I'm talking about, like, the Will Ospreays, the MJFs.
Well, MJF isn't going to get involved in
Samoa Joe. Where the fuck is Samoa Joe?
Was he doing movies?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think he was doing Twisted Metal again.
Something like that. I think he's doing movie
Where
stuff
the fuck
right
is CM Punk?
now. He's kissing Drew McIntyre on the mouth.
Motherfucker.
He'll probably actually be back tonight.
No, tonight's Raw is taped. They did it, I believe they did it in Saudi. They taped it after Crown Jewel. That's what they're starting to do now, so he'll be back next week.
Oh, whatever. Moving on. Mark Davis is back and he's mad at Kyle Fletcher.
Yeah, bro. So, Kyle Fletcher looks like a fucking member of KMFDM.
I hate it.
And then Mark Davis looks like Post Malone circa 2015.
OG Posty.
Yeah.
We're talking Stony.
Yeah.
We're talking Stony.
Yeah. Like, looks like a bum.
Okay, first of all, people gave Stony way too much fucking hate. I miss the man bun. I miss it so much. When Stony had that long ass fucking hair, everyone was like,
is this a crossover now of talking fucking music?
I'm just saying, since you even brought it up, Stony with the long ass fucking hair was a fucking vibe. The fucking man bun was a fucking vibe, and people gave him so much fucking shit.
No,
and
I
now
agree.
we don't have it anymore, and I'm pissed. But anyway, can you imagine, right? Can you imagine Post Malone doing his country stuff with his long ass fucking hair?
That'd be wild.
That'd be great.
But he's a whole dad now.
I'm kind of excited to see this Mark Davis and Kyle Fletcher thing going on.
Oh, yeah.
I want to see them punch each other in the face.
It was random as hell, but okay.
I'm glad Mark Davis is back.
Yeah.
Moving on. The Young Bucks. The Young Bucks
Uh-huh.
lose their belts.
They
Private
do.
Party.
Yeah.
And then... Well, okay, you kind of skipped over some parts here, so I'm going to explain it.
You explain everything.
So the Young Bucks lost their belts to Private Party.
Uh-huh.
And they're like, all right, no, these are our belts. No, they're yours. Here you go, take them. And then they leave, and then they go backstage. And Jack Perry's walking around backstage, like in front of the room, and he's like, do-do-do-do-do, I'm the scapegoat, do-do-do-do-do. And then Danny Garcia comes up and grabs Jack Perry, pins him against the wall because they're fucking gay. These are two gay men. They are gay fucking men, and you need to keep them out of the hallways because they are doing some shit in the hallways. Let me tell you, every fucking time these two fucks are in the hallway, they're doing something. But Danny throws Jack
You're
Perry.
making Bryce excited, I can already tell.
Throws Jack Perry up against the wall, and he said, how dare you make me kiss you on the forehead last time we met? That's not what he says. But he goes up to him, and he's like, what makes you so special? I'm sick of your entitled little ass. What makes you so goddamn fucking special? Screaming in their face. Jack Perry has one line for him. A line that shattered my heart into 1,000,001 fucking pieces. And that is, They used to dance for me too. Danny gets flustered and frustrated. He throws his boyfriend to the ground and he runs off. Jack Perry's grinning his little cheeky ass fucking shit fucking grin. And he's like, doo-doo-doo, gonna go into the Young Bucks locker room. Doo-doo-doo, just, made out with my boyfriend in the hallway. Opens the door. The Young Bucks and Cutler are panicking. They are all over the place. They have these documents. They're shredding documents. They're ripping shit up. They're throwing...
They're literally shredding shit.
They're shredding documents. They are throwing shoes in boxes. They are losing their mind.
It was the funniest shit.
Jack Perry's just standing in the doorway. He's like, what the fuck? Like, what are you doing? And Matt's like, we got to get out of here. We don't really have time to talk. We got to get out of here. And Jack's like, hey, camera guy, get out of here. And he slaps the camera out of the way, right? So then, later on in the night, the Young Bucks are pouting, as they usually do, run to their car, and like, we need to get out of here. We need to get out of here. They're talking to Christopher Daniels, and Christopher Daniels is like, oh, where are you going? What are you fucking doing? And he's like, they're like, no, we're gone. We're gonna be out of office.
I noticed something about that. Dylan noticed something in Young Bucks lore when I was watching this. Christopher Daniels said, we need you. We all know where this is going,
yes.
Which is fucking unfortunate, but
we know where it's going.
We need you. I noticed that, and I was like, oh. He said, we need you. Like, AEW needs you.
Yep.
It's gonna end up being fucking Tony Khan pleading with them.
Nonetheless, they said they're taking calls at home and they're gonna be at the office.
They're taking calls at home.
So they're gonna be gone for a little bit. Brandon Cutler running after them. They get in the car, they leave. No sign of Jack Perry. Jack is just...
Where the fuck's Okada?
No sign of Okada.
He's in Japan.
Fucking Jack and Okada are probably in the back playing the fucking N64 that Kenny left. No idea what's going on. Like, Jack probably saw him shredding these documents. Man, was Okada might have been in the room with them, actually. I don't remember.
What do you think these documents are?
Hold on, I'm not done explaining.
Do you think there's, like, lore with the documents?
I'm not done explaining. Are we going to
talk about the documents?
We'll get there.
Okay.
I'm not done explaining.
Because I'm confused on the documents. I just thought it was fucking funny.
So Brandon is running with all their shoes left. They left their sneakers.
Is there lore with this, too, you think?
There's always sneaker lore when it comes to the Young Bucks.
But where do you think this is going with the sneakers?
Hold on.
Okay. I want you to break this all down for me.
Hold on.
Okay.
So, Brandon's running after him. He's like, Bucks, you forgot about me again. Because they always forget about Brandon. Brandon gets attacked.
He was left for dead, bro.
Brandon gets laid out.
He was left for dead.
He gets laid out by John Moxley and friends, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
He got laid out by John Moxley and friends.
Yeah. They broke his hand with the hammer.
So... now they're going after the Elite, and the Elite run away. Very interesting. Very interesting situation indeed. So yeah. I am not too sure what I think the documents could be. If I really wanted to go back into the promo and do some deep diving and sneaking around on there, I could. And I can get back to you in like 3 business days.
Yeah?
About what's going on.
Okay.
Because I'll probably be able to figure it out. But, if I were to guess, the documents the documents, obviously, they have something to do with, I don't know. It's
you think it's like a contract?
It's some sort of contract, some sort of EVP duty contract type thingy, right?
Something to do, like, it's the NDAs.
Oh, actually. What happened to shred an NDA? Does it not exist anymore?
They're gonna talk about Brawl Out.
Honest.
Bro, that'd be funny.
I think it has something to do with plans that they might have had that now that, like...
I think it has something to do with Kenny.
I don't know if it has anything to do with Kenny. But, I mean, it might. But, I don't know. They seem to be very panicked about Blackpool Combat Club. And then they're shredding some sort of documents or whatever. Maybe.
It's the agreement they had.
It's the agreement they had.
Yeah.
Who knows? Because maybe they had some sort of little underlying EVP agreement to kind of I don't want to say like give clearance to what they're doing, but to kind of be able to give them some sort of pass.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because they never got involved with them, but now they're after Brandon. Now they went after Brandon, so now they're getting involved.
Yeah.
So I just think that's a little interesting. I think it has something to do with that. But people are saying
Danny's fucking up Chaos the Clan.
people are saying that Jack's gonna end up with Mox and friends. So like, what if the contracts were like the custody of Jack Perry?
It's the cat.
Like they were his adoption papers.
That's why Jack was standing there like,
Why are you shredding my adoption papers, dads? What the fuck? But yeah, I like where it's going. I mean, realistically, I've heard reports that apparently they're writing the Bucks out right now because Nick has a shoulder injury, and he needs to go get that all sorted out.
But they'll be back for the January show.
They'll probably be back by the January show.
Which, speaking of, Kenny Omega. We forgot to talk about that really quick.
And Kenny Omega will be back for the January show, like I've been fucking saying.
He's wrestling Gabe Kidd.
For the at the AEW Japan show.
It is the AEW Japan show. It's not the just New Japan.
Yeah.
And then Ricochet is facing Zack Sabre Jr.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of cool.
I told you. But I think we'll be getting some Kenny Buck stuff going on pretty soon.
Yeah.
Pretty fucking soon. Anyway, let us move on to the next item, which is Mr. Bobby Lashley is All Elite.
Damn.
What? We're talking about Bobby Lashley.
Hold on. You gotta watch this shit. Watch
Okay.
watch what Chaos does.
Okay.
Not that. This coming up.
Okay.
Just wait.
Okay. What the fuck was that?
I don't know.
What was that?
I don't know.
Okay, anyway. Bobby Lashley's All Elite.
Yeah, we kind of expected it.
Yeah, no, we
MVP
expected
and
it,
Shelton
but
Benjamin.
I'm happy he showed up. Yay, he's
Yeah, it's
here.
cool. He's gonna be facing Swerve.
He's beating the piss out of people.
Yeah.
I am so here for it. The fuck was that shit?
That's a bird.
That was not a bird. That was a person.
No, that's a bird.
All right. I'm excited to see the Hurt Business in AEW. I'm so excited to see the Hurt Business in AEW.
Yeah.
You have no fucking idea. I'm already loving it.
No, it's
so
not
far.
the Hurt Business. It's the Hurt Syndication.
Okay, the Hurt Syndication.
Yes. Because they're gonna syndicate Hurt.
Sure. Anyway, moving on.
Shelton Benjamin's theme is fire, by the way.
Yeah, I know, right? It's so good. Crown Jewel. We only have one thing to talk about from here. I didn't watch it.
Well, no, we're gonna talk about the fucking results. That's just there as an add-on of what happened after the 6-man tag. I gotta pull it up.
Well, I didn't watch it, so
I know.
literally no opinion.
I didn't watch it either, but I totally forgot it was on because college football was on, and I got more invested in that. So we're just gonna read through the reviews really quick. This is gonna be a fire fucking recap of fucking shit. So I'm gonna read the 6-man tag and I'll let you read the rest. So the Bloodline 2.0 defeated Roman and the Usos because Roman and the Usos got back together on SmackDown. They threw the ones up, all of that. Roman yeeted, but Solo pinned Roman. Sammy came out like after the match, helped the OG Bloodline, and then he went to, like, it was like a cool fucking thing of you had Roman in one corner, Sammy in another, and then the Usos in the other two corners with Solo in the middle. And Sammy and Roman went to go like attack Solo, but Solo moved and Sammy haluva kicked Roman. But like it was still cool that like Sammy helped the OG Bloodline.
Mm-hmm.
So because we know where we're going with this.
Yeah.
It's gonna be 4-on-4. But who's that fourth man? Probably The Rock.
Oh.
That's gonna be insane. Rock doing war games.
Oh.
That'd be wild. Anyway, you can read the rest of the fucking results.
So the Bloodline match, 16 minutes and 35 seconds. Bianca and Jade defeated Damage Control, Meta 4, and Chelsea Green and Piper Niven by pinfall. 12 minutes even.
Cool.
Yeah, kind of assumed that was going to happen. Seth Wiccan Wallins defeated Bronson Reed in a singles match by pinfall. 12 minutes and 20 seconds. Cool beans.
Cool beans.
Liv Morgan defeated Nia Jax for the WWE Women's Crown Jewel Championship in 8 minutes and 15 seconds.
Okay.
LA Knight defeated Andrade and Carmelo Hayes by pinfall in a triple threat match for the WWE United States Championship belt in 9 minutes and 10 seconds. And Cody Rhodes defeated Gunther by pinfall for the WWE Crown Jewel Championship match at 23 minutes even.
I'm sure it was a good match.
I'm sorry, I just have to call this out. I have to. I really do, because they're so close to each other. Don't get me wrong, I'm not a Nia Jax fan, but Liv and Nia Jax got 8 minutes for their championship. Their super important Crown Jewel Championship match. That this was like the pinnacle of everything that they've ever done. And they get 8 minutes and 15 seconds, and Cody and fucking Gunther get 23 minutes.
Okay, let's see. Not the sounds of sex. Who would you rather sit 23 minutes of? Fucking Gunther and Cody Rhodes or fucking Nia Jax?
Neither of these people, because I don't like Cody Rhodes like that.
What about Gunther?
I like Gunther.
He's your favorite high flyer.
And I like Liv Morgan, but I don't like Nia Jax, and I don't really care about Cody Rhodes. So neither of these matches really piqued that much of an interest to me. And plus the belt's stupid, but they made it this whole fucking thing. Oh, God, fucking stupid ass fucking pay-per-view. So Dylan needs to be more fucking careful about what he's fucking doing.
Lissy got so fucking mad that she stopped recording.
No, Dylan has hit this fucking phone like 3 times,
It's
and
in my
I've told
fucking
him
way.
to stop hitting it.
Motherfucker.
And to be careful, and he
Listen.
fucking knocks our recording out. What?
Being mean to me.
I'm telling you to be careful, you don't listen to me.
You know what?
Dylan never listens to me.
Oh my.
Never fucking listens to me.
Oh my god. Who's your wrestler of the week?
I don't know. I don't have a wrestler of the week. I genuinely don't, because I completely fucking forgot that I'm this week's host. What?
So this week's wrestler of the week is what? Who?
I don't know. I don't know. Can Bryce be our wrestler of the week?
Yeah, sure. Bryce can be our wrestler.
Our wrestler of the week is going to be Bryce.
Bryce can be our wrestler of the week.
Our wrestler of the week is going to be
Bryce
Van Pelt.
Bryce Van Pelt. Victor Van Pelt. BVP.
Yeah. Why not?
Dirty Bryce Van Pelt.
Yeah, fuck it. Why not? Let's talk about Bryce. Let's talk about
Oh my god. Sweet.
And you know what? It's not even Dylan picking this. It's me.
It's not. Wait, so Jacob Yeager could be my wrestler of the week one week?
If you just approve this, then yeah.
Okay.
Because honestly, I don't know.
Oh man, I can't.
And we're literally
So
watching.
Novin can be a wrestler of the week. I can show other people Novin.
Sure, why not?
Oh man.
Why not? I mean, alright, so you guys genuinely on here, aside from Bryce who's listening, don't know who Bryce is. Bryce Van Pelt, also known as Victor Van Pelt, also known as BVP, is one of our dearest friends. We talk about him a lot on this podcast. We had him on this podcast before, and we've talked about our backyard wrestling days together. So definitely go check out that video if you want to hear some like fun stories and whatnot.
And I'm sure if you checked out like DCW or even KWA stuff, he's on there.
Yeah.
He's on there.
You guys are no stranger to the name Bryce. You might be a stranger to his in-ring work as Bryce Van Pelt, BVP, Victor Van Pelt, and any other variation of his name that he decided to come up with. But very close friend of ours, and someone who Dylan has wrestled with for a very long time, worked in ring with multiple times, and someone who I was a backyard wrestling manager for a little bit. So
we were a team, a faction.
So Dylan, ask me questions about Bryce Van Pelt.
Okay, so
Because it's actually going to be kind of a fun one to give some answers to about this, because I might have lore about Bryce that you're unaware of.
What's your favorite Bryce Van Pelt match?
Bryce Van Pelt versus Corey Graves versus Dilvon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That triple threat's got to be one of my favorite matches.
The triple threat's one of your favorites?
Yeah.
All right.
I would say the one that, oh, look, there's Corey.
Oh, this is Bryce versus Corey.
Yeah.
This is the build-up to the triple threat match.
Fuck Bryce, we're talking about Corey now.
This is literally the build-up to the triple threat match.
Yeah. But I would say the one that was you and Bryce that I got involved in. Because that was a fun match and I liked being involved in it.
Okay. Was a fun match.
I mean, I was still involved with the triple threat.
Yeah.
But I had to do a little bit more.
You were a big part of the story.
Yeah, and I had to do a little bit more in the one with you and Bryce. So, like, obviously we've rewatched it 1,000,001 fucking times, but, like, experience-wise being ringside, like, that was more so, like, I much preferred watching that one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, yeah, that was cool. Yeah, give me some more Bryce questions.
What's your favorite gimmick of Bryce? Out of all the gimmicks. I don't know if you ever seen, like, Dirty Bryce Van Pelt.
No, I unfortunately saw Victor Van Pelt, and that's something I never want to see ever again. The first time I ever actually, like...
Yeah, so, like, what was your interest... So, answer the question first. What's your favorite gimmick of Bryce?
I would probably say, Spam Risk. That was not one of Bryce's gimmicks, by the way. I would probably say my favorite gimmick of Bryce is the one that, like, is Bryce Van Pelt with you doing, like, Big Money Delvon.
Okay, so Bob Backlund, Bryce Van Pelt.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
Okay, so the absolute professional.
Yeah, the absolute professional Bryce Van Pelt.
What was your introduction to Bryce?
All right, so...
As a wrestler, what was your introduction to Bryce as a person? Maybe even wrestler. I don't know if it was like the same day.
So it wasn't.
Okay.
So technically,
go by what you did for like person or wrestler first.
Yeah, I'm doing person or wrestler first.
Okay.
So technically, I knew of Bryce way before I even knew Bryce wrestled. And unfortunately, Bryce, if you're listening, I knew of Bryce and had a little bit of unknown, sorry Bryce, one-sided beef with Bryce before Bryce even knew I existed.
He knows immediately what you're talking about.
You know exactly what I'm talking about, and I'll give a little bit more for some in-depth explanation. Not super in-depth explanation.
Because literally that was one-sided beef. No one knew what the fuck.
Yeah.
I was on that one-sided beef too. Yeah. It fucking was stupid.
So I knew of Bryce because of my previous ex-boyfriend, who will not be named, but if you know, you know.
He's a bitch.
Terrible fucking person. I think, honestly, genuinely, it was pretty early on into a relationship when I learned about Bryce, because, like, it would just be one of those things of, like, you know, you're dating somebody new, you're still kind of getting to know them a little bit more, like, as you're dating them and whatnot, and, like, you're getting to know about maybe past relationships, past life experiences, whatever, and find out that he had this friend named Bryce, who, I just don't even know the fucking story, but I guess what had happened was there was this girl that my ex-boyfriend was interested in, or like, or like talking to, or like dating or sleeping with, or whatever.
No, he was interested in, and Bryce was dating, and
I got a wrong story.
He was butthurt.
So I got the wrong story then. So what I was told was that...
My story could be wrong too, fuck.
What I was told...
Me and Bryce haven't really... it's been a while since me and Bryce talked about this, so I actually forget, so sorry, Bryce.
What I was told was that my ex-boyfriend was, like, interested in talking to this girl, or just sleeping with this girl, or whatever.
Don't go, like, full in detail.
No, I'm not gonna go in full in detail. But there was, like, something going on to the degree over there with them. But my ex-boyfriend, like, never at the time was, like, big into getting into relationships. Like, he was just like, I just kind of want a girl to be around type of thing. But he was a little bit, from what he explained to me, was a little bit more interested in this person than he, like, led on to literally anybody under the sun. Like, the only person who knew that he might have even been interested in, like, a relationship with this person would have been him. Just saying. And he was like, yeah, so I was, like, interested in her. Like, we had, like, a thing going on. And then this person named Bryce, who's supposed to be my friend, just swoops in and, like, starts dating this girl and, like, took her away from me. And, like, you know, now we're no longer friends and Bryce is a piece of shit. And I'm like, oh, wow, because at first like, I'm like, wow, this Bryce guy doesn't really sound like a good friend, you know, like you're interested in this girl and he just like kind of comes in and like takes her from you, like that's kind of shitty. I don't think that's what happened.
No.
Because later on, time proves that this guy that I dated is an absolute piece of shit fucking liar who will like literally, he's the type of guy to lie about anything to make himself look like the better person.
Yeah.
So I knew about Bryce from this story, and I knew that this Bryce guy existed. And later on through time, you know, my ex-boyfriend was a backyard wrestler and whatnot, and
unfortunately,
you know, knew Bryce from school and knew Bryce from wrestling and all this stuff, and he was at shows and whatnot. And when my ex-boyfriend, like, you know, started going to a couple more wrestling shows up in New York, on occasion, like, I would go up with him to, like, watch the shows and whatnot. And that was the first time I ever saw Bryce. I don't think I ever talked to Bryce because I had one-sided beef with Bryce. Bryce didn't know me. If anything, Bryce knew me as insert name here's girlfriend.
Yeah.
So I don't even think Bryce knew my name. But I knew Bryce, and I knew that he was a meanie head. So I didn't like Bryce. Because Bryce was a meanie. And that was when he was doing Victor Van Pelt. And I was like, wow, I don't like this at all. I was like, I'm not a fan of this. What the fuck is happening? What is this guy? A fur coat in July? What is up with this guy?
Fur coat, baby. Pinky's up.
But that was my introduction to Bryce. I think the first time I ever actually talked to Bryce was after we started dating.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever actually sat down and talked to Bryce prior to. Again, because my ex-boyfriend was just like a piece of garbage. I think maybe, I don't actually even remember the first time I like fully met Bryce. I feel like it might have been when we were doing that. No, it had to have been because it was at his house, or it was in his yard. That KWA like training day, the day I met Corey.
Yeah, okay.
I think that had to have been the first day I ever met Bryce and ever actually fucking talked to him. Was then.
That's fair.
So
sounds about right.
Yeah. But yeah, my introduction of Bryce the wrestler was Victor Van Pelt. I thought the gimmick was awful. I was not a fan of it. And I don't think he is either.
Damn.
Not a fan of your gimmick.
Bro, she's burying you. Holy fuck.
However.
Wow.
However.
Damn.
First of all, Bryce has talked shit about Victor Van Pelt.
Holy shit.
Okay.
But like, fuck, you're burying it.
I don't think it was that good. I just didn't like it. I didn't get it.
Damn, I'm sorry,
I didn't get it, Bryce.
Bryce,
but
I
also,
love you.
in fairness, I probably only ever saw you wrestle as Victor Van Pelt once or twice in an NUW show. So, that's... And I also was biased. I was also very biased in it. You can pull up Victor Van Pelt matches and I'll watch it and see if I have a different opinion.
Okay.
But I don't think Bryce's wrestling style probably changed all that much.
No, there's... Oh, fuck. Can I find one? Shit. Here, I'll find... KWA Fight Club.
You know, I'm not even going to draw for the picture for this. I'm going to post the picture of us at Knoebels.
Are you?
Yeah, fuck it. I'm not drawing.
Yes, Bryce did have a different wrestling style as Victor Van Pelt. He used to do, like, fucking springboards and moonsaults. I'm trying to find...
Oh, I must have really just been biased.
He uploaded one against Jay, but, like, he does, like, a standing fucking moonsault in the match. I just don't know what episode it is. I don't think it's this episode.
Well, we can find it later. We can find the stuff later.
Well, yeah.
But I overall think the Absolute Professional is a much more well-rounded character. And I mean, the thing is, Bryce is good at being a heel either way. You know what I mean?
Bryce, you as a heel is better.
Yeah, way better.
Anything you've ever done.
And don't get me wrong, I will cheer my fucking lungs out for Bryce as a babyface, but I will also punch him in the face as a heel.
I just like him as a heel more.
Oh yeah, no, me too. But you know, like, that just is what it is. But ask me some more questions about Bryce. Let's see how much more undiscovered Bryce lore I have. Oh god,
that's the first one that
I know
pops up.
who that is.
That's the first one that pops up. If you
look at that, pinky's up. What the fuck is that, dude?
Here, This is my favorite personal Bryce match. This is from Best in the Yard 3. Victor Van Pelt versus Kevin Shaw. My personal favorite Bryce match.
Oh, God. All right. He's coming out of the potty.
Yes.
It says restrooms up
Well, that's
there.
Kevin Shaw, and that's Kevin Shaw's mom.
Oh, that's cute.
Well, not his actual mom, but
Well, that's cute.
someone dressed. Bryce can explain the whole story in the. Bryce, we need to get you back on here just to talk about Best in the Yard 3.
Well, he's coming down soon.
He is. Well,
Hey,
we got
Bryce.
to do WWE CW.
We can do 2 episodes.
Damn right.
Hey, Bryce.
And by the way, they're in a church.
Yeah, I was gonna say this looks like a cathedral.
I don't know if it was this one because they did a couple in a church, but the priest was there, and Novin comes out
Oh, I remember
with
that.
like bat
Wait,
wings and shit.
Wait, was this the show where Shithead and Shithead did the thing with the Bible in the church? Or was that not in a
No,
church?
no. They weren't. No, that wasn't this event. They weren't. I don't think they were on a Best in the Yard. If they were on a pre-show battle royal. They weren't on this one. That was at an NUW show, I believe.
That was
And in the yard, like
Yeah.
in the yard when they were still having it in the yard,
Mhm.
and the family is very religious.
Yeah,
Yes.
very very religious family we're
Yes.
talking about of the owner of NUW. So that wasn't very good. But yeah, ask me some more questions about Bryce.
Shit. I always draw a blank on these types of things.
Come on, he's like one of our best friends. Actually,
know.
maybe not anymore. I have been
You buried
roasting
him. Look
Bryce.
at that.
That's terrible. This is fucking terrible.
Look at the gear.
What the fuck is actually? Hold on, Bryce. I'm gonna take a little bit back right now. You should bring back the crop top with the tassels. Okay, crop top.
I think Bryce should never wear trunks again.
No, you should absolutely never wear trunks ever again. The shorts are the way to go. However,
By the way, those kick pads.
God, Jesus Christ,
I forget who Bryce gave those kick pads
that is
to.
this is awful. This is a kid that not only would I punch him in the face, but he would bully me. This fuck is bullying me. This is the kid that I would stab in the neck with a pencil. I love you, Bryce.
Oh, I think the whole story is like he's gonna make Kevin Shaw like call him daddy or some shit, and like
What the fuck?
that's why he's after Kevin Shaw's mom.
What the fuck, man?
Yeah.
Bryce, bring back the crop top. Crop tops are in again. Why is the ref barefoot?
Aaron Jones is the fucking ref, I think.
Dude, those are the shortest trunks I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
Oh my god, Bryce, your whole ass is like gonna be out. One wrong move and this is easy. How old was he in this?
Oh, I don't fucking know. I forget. 16?
One wrong
17?
slip and this is CP, dog. One wrong slip and it's CP. This is so bad. Why the green kick pads?
Because he was Victor Van Pelt.
I hate it.
And I think he was just wearing like red, white, and blue because that's Kevin Shaw's colors. I think I could be wrong.
Oh my god. Anyway.
Bryce is gonna. Oh man, I'm texting Bryce right now as we're recording this, being like, bro.
He's the talking point today.
Bro, you are the main subject of this week's pod. Just
a heads up.
Just an FYI.
Oh my god. Give me some more questions about our good friend.
Bryce as the person.
Oh, Bryce as the person's great.
Yeah.
No, Bryce is like, Bryce as the wrestler is great too. Don't get me wrong, of course, except for whatever the fuck's going on right now. That's not great. But no, Bryce as a person's a really fucking good dude. You know what I mean? We've talked about before in the podcast with Bryce that we had a little bit of a situation go on. But to me, stuff like that is what it is. Everyone goes through shit in life, and you always say that you know how you're gonna handle it. Like, you could say, oh, if this thing ever happened to me, I wouldn't let that happen. I would react this way, or I'd react that way. You never actually know how you're gonna react to these situations until you're legitimately put in these situations. And I've been in situations similar without getting too much into personal detail, of course, on either end. I've been put in situations similarly where maybe I might have cut people off, or I might not have like been in my right mind or right state of thinking. And, you know, I'm very lucky for the people that, you know, allowed me back into their life after that. And it takes a lot of like certain understanding of these situations. So there's never going to be any sort of like bad blood or bad beef with that or whatnot. You know, it's life, it's a learning experience, and you can only go from there and grow. And he's definitely, you know, grown since the situation. But even before the situation, he was always just a really fucking good dude. Always someone that like was literally at the fucking house. Like, if I was coming home from work, I would not be surprised to see Bryce sitting on my couch with Dylan watching really bad backyard wrestling that they found on fucking YouTube.
We always watch DBW.
And then next thing I know, I'm up till 3 o'clock in the morning with these fucks watching this fucking bad wrestling and whatever, you know what I mean? So
the best thing we ever did was we type in WWF 1995.
Yeah.
And we just go.
He's just always someone that like we were going out with, hanging out with, like someone who was like, oh, there's nothing going on today. Let's see what Bryce is up to. Bryce isn't up to anything. All right, we're going to go do literally anything under the sun, and we're going to have a good fucking time doing it. So, you know, I wish he moved, or I wish he didn't move so far away.
Yeah, what the fuck?
What the fuck, Bryce? Fuck you. Because I do miss hanging out with him a lot. I do miss having him just randomly being in my apartment.
I gotta go figure hunting alone.
Yeah, I know, right? It's so mean. Like, but, you know, he comes down and visits frequently enough, and I swear on my life we will get up there. I swear we will.
After you just said, I'm never driving to Philly again.
King of Prussia is different.
I know.
KOP is different. They have a good mall.
Yes.
And there's an IKEA. We need to go to IKEA.
You just gotta go with KOP.
I want to get fucking Bryce like lost in IKEA.
No, I just want Bryce to get lost in KOP Mall again.
That is so true. That was the funniest fucking thing ever. That was the funniest fucking thing.
So like, Bryce was at the fucking King of Prussia Mall, and he fucking like we're all in a wrestling group chat when we did wrestling, and he fucking FaceTimes the chat, and like some of us are in it. And he's lost in the mall. Mm-hmm. Like, he got lost. He had no idea.
Literally the funniest fucking thing.
We're gonna have to just get Bryce on here and, like, just do a bonus episode where, like, we don't even talk about wrestling. We just talk about funny fucking stories. I mean, most of our stories end up being wrestling, though, because, like, wrestling has been our livelihood at this point. But, like, it'd just be funny if it's just like, we're just straight shooting the shit.
I mean, I would love to do a vlog style episode of just hanging out with Bryce.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I promise we've been meaning to get up to KOP anyway because it's been a long time since we've been there. I think maybe once we move and everything's kind of a little bit more situated in that sense.
Yeah.
We'll probably have more of an ability. Plus, again, we're going to need to go to IKEA.
Look at the sequence they do. Bryce, if you're wondering, it's like 8 minutes in.
8 minutes into...
It's on the KWA archives. That's the one I'm watching.
And he's doing something.
He goes for the discus. Kevin ducks. And bam! He knocked him, bro. And then super kick. It was a nice sequence.
See, I would do the same thing to Bryce in this instance. Okay. Ask me more questions about Bryce.
Aha, Bryce versus Davin J.
Oh, God. And the trunks are white?
Yeah. I'm the referee.
Oh, my God.
I'm the referee.
What is this? You're like 12.
Yeah, I'm dapping my boys up. Look at this. Watch this. How I dap them up. I dap them up. Making sure there's nothing there.
And you and Bryce haven't been in a relationship for like the past 10 years?
We might have.
I think you should be.
This is Bryce working as a babyface, fun fact.
Oh my God.
This is Victor Van Pelt still.
Ask me some more questions.
What is your favorite thing hanging out with, like, favorite moment hanging out with Bryce?
Oh God. Favorite moment?
Yeah, favorite, like, story moment.
Oh my God, I actually don't know.
Favorite time.
I mean, I think one of my favorite things about Bryce was the fact when we went to Knoebels, he dressed up as himself.
Yeah.
That's fucking hilarious.
Oh, I forgot to show you what he dressed up for Halloween.
Oh boy.
Hold on, he sent me the picture. That's a picture of his cock, his butt, right here. He went to work like that.
Bryce, stop texting. We're not talking to you right now. Is he Hulk Hogan?
No.
Who is he?
He is himself. He's his Halloween costume of the Target worker by day, WWE superstar by night.
What's up with the red bandana?
He's a Target worker. Red, you have to wear red when you work at Target.
I know that, but oh my god. Did he wear the belt the whole day?
I hope so. And like he only had one knee pad. Like he lost his other knee pad.
Oh my fucking god. I can't, man. This dude's fucking stocking your fucking toys, man. I can't. I don't know, because like I feel like there's a lot of funny fucking shit that happens with Bryce. I would say another one of my favorite funny Bryce moments is the what was it? The chicken nuggets and ketchup voice message.
Yo, he got so heated at me. He got so pissed. He was so pissed.
What did you do? Did you like dump like a shit ton of fucking ketchup out?
He found my old Instagram. Like my old Instagram when I was like 12.
Yeah.
And he was like, he was fucking stalking it. And I posted a picture of like chicken nuggets with ketchup, and there was so much fucking ketchup with these chicken nuggets, bro. Like so much.
It was like honestly disgusting. And he sends a voice message.
Bro, he got so
roasting him about it.
He got so heated. He got so mad.
And what he said was like, and then he ended it with, you know what? I'm calling the cops on.
I'm calling the cops on.
Blank, blank, blank.
Well, that's a running joke with Yager.
Fucking, it was like a 3-minute voice message too, or something fucking ridiculous.
Do I have it saved?
You probably have it saved somewhere.
Do I have it saved?
It was fucking ridiculous.
Fuck.
I mean, it might not have been like 3 minutes long, but it was like he was popping out for a hot moment about that.
Like, I gotta have it saved. I barely send shit to myself. What's this one? I sent like a 20-second one.
Oh no. Is that Jaeger?
It's domination.
What the fuck? Find the fucking voice message.
I won't be able to. Like, that was sent so long ago that I will not be able to find that.
Oh my god. It was the funniest fucking shit though. What are some of your favorite Bryce moments?
When he wears trunks.
I don't agree with that.
Here, look at standing moonsault. Standing moonsault from Bryce.
I think Bryce should do that again.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think he's healthy enough to do it again.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. My favorite Bryce moment is, look at how fat Jay was.
Jay sucks. Jay's ass.
Favorite person wrestler, like, what are we doing here?
Overall. Yeah, given on all points.
He's been around this long. He's stuck around this long, and he's my best friend, so I guess there's that. I always just enjoy hanging out with him.
Yeah, but like, what are some of your favorite moments together with him?
The many of times of us driving home from Damon and Steven's house, which is like an hour away.
Yeah.
But like, worser the weather, the better the drive. The higher we were, don't drive under the influence, but the more buzzed you are, the better. The shittier the car, the better. We've almost died on that hill at least 5 times.
Hold on. So, just because I see him in the background, and it's unfortunate that he's on my TV screen, was Bryce in the car when him and Shithead 1 and Shithead 2 got pulled over with
Yes.
Romig?
Yes. I was there for that.
You were there for that.
I was there for
Talk
that.
about that. Talk about that. Because that's a story. But, like, what exactly, like, went on?
We're coming home from a wrestling show. And who shithead one and who...
Shithead 1's driving. Shithead 2 is X.
Okay. So, shithead 1's driving. So, yeah. It is shithead 1 driving. Shithead 2 is in the passenger seat, I believe. I'm in the back seat with Zach and Bryce. We're driving. We're coming off the exit or whatever. I forget exactly where we were. I think we might have been no, we weren't almost home, but like we were maybe like 30 minutes out or some shit.
Okay.
And we're coming off like an exit, and you know how like usually you got to slow down when you hit the fucking exit. Mm-hmm. Well, shithead 1 didn't.
Yeah.
And as he's coming, the exit, cop gets him. Cop pulls him over. We got why at his belly button? What the fuck? Who's filming this bullshit? Anyway, but so we boys doing? Oh, we're just coming home. Oh, where? Oh, we're wrestlers. Like WWE? Yeah. Mind you, shithead 2 has a metal baseball bat with Christmas lights wrapped around it. Mm-hmm. In the back. It's a fucking Mitsubishi Eclipse. It was those small fucking cars. Mm-hmm. So like it's 2 doors.
Yeah.
But there's 5 people in this fucking car. And bunch of wrestling bags. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm sitting on the hump. I wasn't sitting on the hump. Fucking Romig was. Whatever. Me and Bryce are fucking like Shaquille O'Neal, like in a car, like fucking legs up and shit. Like, car flips, we're dead at this point. Probably didn't even have seatbelts on, to be honest with you. I'm so sorry, Mom, if you're listening. But, so, and then shithead 1, don't drive under the influence. We were not under the influence. But shithead 1 had a bowl in the fucking armrest thing. Mm-hmm. So that's there. Oh, okay. Well, you guys were speeding. Oh, shit. Like, I didn't realize. Sorry, my bad. Blah, blah, blah. Like, our bad. I'll let you guys off with a warning. You guys seem to be all right and everything. Or, like it, that's where it was going or anything. But then it was like, I just need to take your names. Mm-hmm. Like, I just want to take your names.
Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Sure. Like, that's fine. Oh my God. They're gonna, this is roaming. Oh my God. They're taking it and we're gonna be on record. Shut the fuck up. No, we're not. They're just fucking taking our names to fucking make sure that none of us are fucking wanted right now. Like, and none of us are wanted unless shithead 1 over here is fucking wanted for something, but I don't think he is.
Shithead 2 might have actually been more so wanted for something.
Shithead 2 would, if they searched us, he was fucked. He had a knife on him too, so like he was fucked. But oh my God, they're taking our names and just shut up. No, they're not. That's a funny story. Nothing happened.
But like, with Romig freaking out and Bryce, like, what was Bryce doing? Was Bryce like fuming over Romig?
No, Bryce was pissed that we got pulled over.
Okay, I wasn't sure if anything happened where like
Bryce was pissed that we got pulled over because like, fuck, like great, like that sucks. But I was just more so like, at least if anything happens, we're not getting in trouble. It's going to be shithead 1.
Or 2. Yeah.
And we're just sitting in the back seat.
Oh, man. What other fun stories you got about with Bryce?
Almost died a few times in many of car rides. We filmed so many random shits of like just random wrestling segments. Remember the one time we were filming the segment, fucking, I I'm just gonna say Carnage. I won't say his whole name, but Carnage, was saying like our ring was like fucking on tires and shit like that or whatever.
Yeah.
And me and Bryce filmed the whole thing where the fucking camera's under the ring and we're like, what's this? A wrestling ring? What's under the ring? Oh, it's just leaves and shit. No
Where's the tires?
Yeah, where's the tires? Like we would film random shit like that.
Have we talked about the segment we filmed with Bryce and Corey with the car?
Oh my god. I don't know if we did or not, but oh my fucking god. I wish Corey never deleted those matches. Cause I fucking faced Romig that day. And that was a fun match because I come out and I don't have the bag of Satan. And then I'm like, I can't do it. And I leave and I come out with the bag of Satan and the crowd goes ballistic. And then I ripped off the segment from Lords of Chaos where fucking Euronymous is getting stabbed like 23 times.
Mm-hmm.
And Romig's hitting me with the bag of Satan 23 times. And Varg drinks the chocolate milk and Romig drinks the apple juice. Which is funny. I wish I saved that. But so like Corey and Bryce were like, dude, I forget like the whole story. It was just a Corey and Bryce story. Sorry, Bryce, to like be like Corey and Bryce story. We've been going on like 35 minutes about Bryce, which is very funny.
Yeah, he's our friend.
But we do this fucking segment where Bryce is like walking in the middle of the road or some shit, and Corey sees him and has to run him over. Like he's attempting to fucking kill him. Like he's going to run this bitch ass over. And we're doing this on a road where like no one really like drives down. So we're getting ready to film this. And we're dumb. We don't have stunt doubles or anything. And Corey hits Bryce with the car and Bryce dies. No, I'm kidding.
and we miss him dearly.
Rest in peace, Bryce. Everything was AI generated in that interview we did with him. But no.
Yeah, Bryce actually isn't real.
Yeah. But no. So we gotta film this fucking segment where Corey's like going down this road at like 50 miles per hour at Bryce. And Bryce has to move at the right moment. He can't move too soon. And he can't move out. He can't move too late.
Well, he could move too late, but that is then getting actually hit by the car.
He has to do it at the right fucking moment to make it look like he's about to get run over. It took about like 3 takes. But like the first take, he like bitches out. He's like, no. Fair enough. Second take, he's like he gets the feel for it, and like Corey like goes slow at first to like all right, that like that's the momentum, and they finally get it. I went like, bro, you need to ask Corey about that, like if he still has that shit.
I can text him.
You guys like ask him if he still has that shit, because that shit would be fucking great to see. Fuck, I'm trying to there are like other moments I can think of.
What about your WTW experience with them?
Oh my god. So that was fun. I don't know if we've ever like really gone the full detailed WTW experience, but fuck it. Maybe I'll upload that match this week then if we're just gonna talk about it. Anyway. But so we went to WTW. I just need to get the YouTube video up here really quick just to remember the year and date and everything. So I just can, because I'll remember everything. So give me a second.
Oh, man. It was like 2 years ago.
Yeah, it was something like that. I just want to make sure I have the time frame of everything right, because I uploaded it literally the next day. So it was February of 2022. So WTW, their promotion name is called White Trash Wrestling. They're a deathmatch company. Super cool people. Shout out to WTW. You can find them on YouTube. WTW, White Trash Wrestling. They're deathmatch wrestling. At the time, we were doing DCW and KWA.
Mm-hmm.
And whatnot. And I believe it was Bryce that got in contact with these people or something. And he started talking to the owner, Robo Stoner. That's his name.
Mm-hmm.
Robo Stoner. And he was like, hey, like, we have a show coming up. They're based out of Delaware, but they were having a show in Philadelphia at a weed convention in Philly. And the Sandman's gonna be there. And like Bryce talking to these guys, and he's like talking to me, and he's like, yo, we gotta do KWA World Tour. I'm like, what do you mean? And he's like, WTW. It's a deathmatch promotion. And like at the time, he originally was gonna be doing something different on the show, but he's like, we'll get Jaeger, we can get Cheeks, like we'll get people to come down. And I was like, no, if you're doing this, me, Jaeger, and Cheeks can have a triple threat, yada yada yada, blah blah blah. So like we get booked for the show. Like we're booked for the show. We're gonna be on the show with the Sandman, shit like that. Bryce is doing something like with Robo Stoner or something, and like me, Jaeger, and Cheeks are gonna have like a triple threat or whatever. So we're hyped. We're fucking pumped and everything. We leave for the show. We gotta go to Philly. We leave early. We get the sheets and stuff. And if you followed me on Instagram, I was vlogging that day, which was cool. But we pull up. We get in the Philly. And we turn down a road. And everything's different. Well, what I mean by everything's different, I mean, fuck. We're going to have a car when we get back.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, fuck. So, mind you, it's me, Bryce, Jaeger, Cheeks, and Bryce's ex at the time. And we pull up to the venue. It's an abandoned tire shop in Philly, like North Philly.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, we're here early, and it's like they're not even here yet. And Bryce is like, I'm not fucking sitting here. So we find a close by Target,
Mm-hmm.
a little better of an area, and we kind of fuck around the Target for a little bit. Mind you, it's February. It's cold as balls out. Like, it's freezing out in Philly, February. Cold. So we head back to the venue. Ring's there. There's a band practicing. Smells like weed. Robo Stoner smoking weed. I did not see a blunt leave that man's mouth for the whole day. And this man wrestled. But I did not see a blunt leave that man's mouth for the whole day, because once he finished a blunt, he had one in his ear.
Yeah.
And he was ready for it. Yes, I take a couple. He offered, absolutely. If your name's Robo Stoner, absolutely, we're fucking doing this. And you bet your ass I'm wrestling high at this fucking thing, because I'm gonna get high to begin with. So we're there. It's a abandoned tire shop. There's motor grease everywhere. It smells like a garage. It's cold. There's no heat. There's barely any working lights. This is where the weed convention is going to be. And the ring's going to be here. There's going to be people. There's going to be vendors and everything. Okay. There's no backstage area. Just a corner. Okay. That's fine. Oh, and there's no bathrooms. There's a porta potty. Or just go outside. And like the only parking is on the road, in the public, in North Philly, in a very bad area where lock your fucking doors and hope and pray, even if you're not a praying man, that you have 4 tires and 4 windows and a windshield when you get back. And don't leave anything in the car. Just take everything in. So we get dressed. Jaeger's wearing a singlet, and it's February. I'm wearing tights. It's cold as fuck. Bryce is wearing shorts. It's cold. Cheeks is wearing cheek stuff. It's cold. Some things get changed where Bryce gets added to our match.
Mm-hmm.
And Bryce is like, oh, thank God. thank fuck. And it's like, all right, cool. We're going to do a fatal 4-way elimination match. Perfect. And some things get changed there because Jaeger wasn't feeling well. So it's like, okay, we got to eliminate Jaeger first. Blah, blah, blah. Everyone starts filing in. The weed convention starts. There's weed. We do some shopping. We walk around this convention in our gear. We're in our gear. We're all four of us are 5 technically, but the 4 of us in the match walking around together, and we're talking about like talking spots and stuff. We got a feel for the ring and whatnot. We knew what we were doing. We knew what we were doing. We were like, fuck yeah, we got this. Like we were locked in. But then we were like, all right, let's go have fun for a little bit. We buy some weed. I bought Sour Patch Kids, like special gummies. I also buy Japanese Oreos. Oh, and they're selling beer. Like just cans, regular cans of beer that you go to like the beverage place. Like a 12-pack, not tall boys. $8.
$8 for a fucking beer?
Yeah, Jaeger. Jacob Jaeger, that's his name. Jaeger. He's a drinker. Well, I might have a beer. Even though he's not feeling well, I'm gonna have a beer. Oh, mind you can smoke in this place. Like, it's cool. So you can smoke a cigarette. You can smoke weed. Go right ahead. We don't care. Oh, and they have security guards there with AR-15s. Because we're surrounded by thousands of fucking dollars. Well, millions of dollars. Because there's a lot of fucking weed. And they're just standing there watching the wrestling. People getting hit with light tubes. AR-15s. Hell yeah, brother. America. But we're walking around. And, Dylan partakes in some marijuana activities. I forget if Bryce did. I think he may have taken a hit or so. Something. You didn't have to. You would have gotten contact high. Just ask Jacob Jaeger. Because Jacob Jaeger got contact high. But I'm eating Japanese Oreos because I was hungry and I saw Oreos and I was like, these are fucking good. And they were the double stuffed ones. Mm-hmm. And Jaeger is like, those Oreos? Yeah, Jaeger, you want one? He sees the box and it's all in Japanese. Because he also saw the Sour Patch Kid fucking gummy bag. And he saw how it doesn't look like a Sour Patch Kid fucking thing. If you read it, and he's like, is that pot? No, Jaeger, it's not. You sure? Yes, Jaeger, it's Japanese imported Oreos.
Well, I can't read the bag, so I don't know if it's weird.
Yeah. Do you want me to eat one, Jaeger, and I'll tell you how I feel in 30 minutes? Yeah. I eat one. Jaeger, we want one? Yeah, give me one.
Oh my god.
So we have the match. Or the show starts. The show starts. And we're watching it. We see people getting hit. Oh, wait, the Sandman's there. Fuck, I'm missing the whole part of the fucking story of this. Before the show starts, the Sandman's there. He arrives. He is there. The Sandman. And a group of friends. Which I don't know who his group of friends were. But now it makes me think it was his sons. Because it seems like he's always with his sons. Mm-hmm. So I think it might have been his sons. Because he does a podcast. Shout out the Sandman podcast. I really Bryce, when you're listening to this, let me know if this is a good idea. So I listen to the Sandman's podcast. And he does listener questions at the end. Do you think it would be a good idea if I email him and ask him if he remembers this story?
Yes.
I don't know if he'll remember this story because it's the Sandman, but I think, a part of me always just wants to email and be like, hey, do you remember WTW? By the way, the show is called Reefer Madness. Okay, so before the show starts, the convention is happening. There's a taco stand, big key role. Taco stand, weed stands, drinks, whatever. It's a party. They're selling WTW merch. They had merch. I give them credit. Mm-hmm. They had fucking merch selling. Live music. It was a pretty good band. I still follow them to this day. They're still fucking cool. This seems like they still perform at WTW shows and everything. And talking to some people, I talked to the Mike guy.
Yeah, Mike.
And he was cool and stuff and whatnot. Sandman's there. Well, we're true fucking workers, gotta show respect to the Sandman. Hi, I'm Dylan. Nice to meet you. Sandman, nice to meet you. Yeah, I'm wrestling tonight. We don't know what the Sandman's doing. I don't know if he was supposed to be on the show or what, but there was like a VIP thing where like fans were meeting him and whatnot. But like we meet the Sandman, we talked to him for a little bit and everything. Very cool, down to earth, nice guy and everything. He's being the Sandman, like he's shopping, he's buying weed, he's drinking beer. He has his Singapore cane. He has a cooler of beer. It's fucking funny. He's Roman Philly. He's God. Something happens at the taco stand. Like we're in the back. Well, what you want to call the back, I guess. Because like the show's about to start like fairly soon, so like we're going over like, and we're like on third or some shit. We're on early, and it's like, all right, this is what we're doing. Blah blah blah. Elimination spot here. Blah blah blah. Finish. Go home. Perfect. And we're hyping up Cheeks because like this was like us breaking Cheeks out of his shell, which fuck you, Cheeks, piece of shit now. But there's commotion happening at the taco stand. But we're not like quite sure like commotion. Like we might just think, oh, like someone's like arguing. They took it outside. It's fine. It happens. It's fucking Philly.
Yeah. Fuck,
where's the Sandman at? Shit, where's this? Bryce is like concerned. He's like, shit, where the fuck did he go? Where the fuck did he go? I don't know, man. Hey, Robo, fuck happened to the Sandman? Oh, one of his friends got in an argue with the taco stand people, and they got kicked out, and he left with them. Oh. Honestly on point for the Sandman.
Yeah.
Very on point. Okay. Show starts. We see a light tube. Okay, whatever. Oh, there's going to be an edible on a pole match? Lumberjack style. We need lumberjacks. We get sent out there. The four of us. Our match is 2 matches later. Mind you, the four of us are standing next to each other. They're having this edible on a pole match. It's a legit edible. I hated this. Because I'm standing there and I hate lumberjack matches. They get thrown out of the ring. Bryce is trying his damnedest. I appreciate Bryce. And I just was not. I was like, bro, I came to wrestle. I didn't come to fucking do lumberjack shit. Which, unprofessional on my part. Shame on me. I know. But Bryce was like, get in character. Come on! And shit. Like, every time they got thrown out of the ring, I would just like, I was Orange Cassidy kicking them. Because I just did not care. And then, like, we just started talking shit on each other in front of, like, the crowd. We were like, I'm gonna see you later tonight. I'm gonna beat your ass. Yeah, fuck you. We've been going for almost an hour.
Yeah, well.
Like, half of this podcast is our Wrestler of the Week.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. So, then we have our match. We can put, like, multiple links in the description, right?
I don't know.
We'll see what happens. If not, follow me on Instagram. Because this will be the way back Wednesday match. It's from WTW Reefer Madness. Bryce Van Pelt, Dill Vaughn, Jaeger, Cheeks, Fatal 4-Way. This was actually kind of the start of mine and Bryce's story. Because we were doing a little bit beforehand of like, Bryce was like, I'm not resigning with KWA. And I resigned with KWA. Bryce's like, fuck this, I ain't resigning. And then like he was like, well, we didn't even talk about this shit. But like we're still kosher with each other. Like, we're still respecting.
Well, we'll get more into that next week. Because you don't want to say too much about like the storyline and everything in this. It's going to be your way back Wednesday match next week. So.
But yeah, a respect thing. Because you'll see in this match, it's a respect thing of like what me and Bryce do and whatnot. Like not to give away what we do work together. In other words. But you'll see what happens. And then if you saw, because I already uploaded mine and Bryce's match of like what happened with you and everything. So if you already watched that match, you go back and watch this match and then you can see there was a lot of foreshadowing with stings and whatnot. So yeah. And then we leave. We left early. We're like, all right, fuck this, time to go home. So we leave early, like maybe 2 matches later. Jaeger's contact tie in the car. One of those fun rides home because everyone's like tired. Like I think Bryce's ex fell asleep. Jaeger fell asleep for a little bit. I told him to fall asleep because he was not feeling it. He was like, I don't feel good. I'm high. Everything's spinning. I'm like, Jaeger, go to bed. And he went to bed and Cheeks fell asleep too. And me and Bryce were the only ones up. And it was just one of those like things where it's just like me and Bryce have this all the time. Me and Bryce will be driving. What is your favorite road dog match?
Yeah.
or like sometimes there's been so many failed podcasts because there would be times where Bryce is driving, but he's like, all right, time to start driving. Hi, welcome to insert podcast name with Bryce Van Pelt here. And I got my special guest, my friend Dylan. And we'll be in the car driving, just recording. And we do that all the time.
Yeah.
To this day, we'll still do it. Like, we'll talk about random shit. It's always an adventure with Bryce. That's the way to put it.
Yeah.
It's always an adventure. Like, when he comes in, I already know what we're going to do. And like, yeah, you guys aren't going to do anything different. You guys get bored of that? No, we don't, because it's fun. We'll go to the malls. We'll go to their Targets and Walmarts or GameStops. Probably some other random... We usually tend to go to like another random thing out of the blue every once in a while. So like, one of these days, we're going to take a trip with Bryce to New York and go to Wrestle Universe.
We also got to get back to that other store in New York
Yeah.
that Cody took us to.
Yeah. We got to go there.
I hope that like I actually have a day off that this like upcoming week that Bryce will be in, so I can actually like hang out with you guys.
Yeah.
Cause I miss hanging out with Bryce.
Yeah, you got to hang out with us.
I know. Every single
Fun.
time he comes in, it's like I'm working.
It's always fun.
But what days is he coming down again? I know the 19th, but like the 19th to when?
The 24th, I think.
Okay.
Like, I think he's staying... Oh, that's like a week before Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
He's coming down for his birthday.
Yeah.
In other words.
Well, we'll just have to see what my schedule is going to be like.
Oh, yes.
I mean, I know the 19th, but like we're viewing an apartment that day, so.
Yes.
But.
That won't take long, though.
No, we're going to dinner with my dad afterwards.
Well, yeah. I mean, he's going to be down here and all that. I think that... Is the 19th like a random... The 19th like a Tuesday.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's like a Tuesday.
Well, good. That's at the beginning of the week, so hopefully that's not like... If I'm working that day, it'll either be a half day or a day off.
The 19th is literally a Tuesday, and it goes all the way until a Sunday that he's here.
I gotta have at least one day off in between there.
Just take a day off.
I know, right? Well, no, that schedule's gonna be posted soon, so I'm kind of a little bit too late too. Like, it's gonna be posted within like the next day or two.
Oh yeah, I want to talk about this really quick. Change subject because it just popped up. What do you think about the Costco guy performing at... We already talked about this, didn't we?
Oh my god.
The Costco guy.
We talked about this last week, I think.
We did. Fuck the Costco guy. But he cut like a really good promo. He like said like the name, date, location, and everything. Like he did cut like a pretty decent promo, but like fuck the Costco guy. Bryce is better than the Costco guy.
And we miss you, Bryce. We miss you a lot.
Yes.
But I think that's gonna wrap it up. We have sung the praises for Bryce for a very long time.
Yes.
Maybe if when Bryce comes down, if we can all hang out one day, that works out with everyone. Maybe we'll record a little vlog.
A little vlog cast.
A little vlog of us like going around and having fun.
Do a little vlog cast.
Why not? You know, if there's a day that I'm off and it works out for him and for you, maybe we'll end up going to different stores in New York.
You hear that, Bryce? We're gonna make plans.
We'll make plans. We'll go to that random fucking Walmart that we ended up in New York.
Yeah.
Where there was that like that little shopping center where the Chili's was at.
Yeah.
We'll end up there.
That'd be wild.
Fuck it, why not?
That'd be wild.
But alrighty, well, thank you guys so much for watching and listening. And hopefully, with the praises song, you'll go check out Bryce's new podcast, and you'll also check out, some of his matches, and, you'll show him as much love as we show him. Or maybe more. I don't know. I've been kind of mean to Bryce, so maybe we'll show him a little bit more love than I showed him. But if you want to follow me on any of my social medias, well, actually, first, if you want to follow the podcast, you could follow us on Instagram at Talkin Wrasslin Pod. That is TALKIN_WRASSLIN_POD.
And then do the other podcast.
And if you also want to follow our new podcast, which is a bi-weekly upload, which is our Talking Music podcast, where we talk about different types of music, different types of albums, and give like a little bit of an in-depth review upon them. You could follow us on YouTube at the Talkin Music Podcast, or you can follow us on Instagram at Talkin Music Pod, which is TALKIN_MUSIC_POD. That did not roll off the tongue like I wanted it to.
Yeah.
So it stuttered me there for a second.
First episode's out now.
Yeah, first episode's out now. It's about All Hallows Eve, All Hallows Eve by AFI.
Well, All Hallows EP.
All Hallows EP. I always say All Hallows Eve.
Yeah, All Hallows EP by AFI.
Yes. If you want to follow me on any of my social media, you can follow me on Twitter or Instagram at the same handle, which is Lungtar. That is LUNG_TAR. If you want to follow me on my TikTok, you can find me at Lungbucks. That is LUNG_BUCKS. And Dylan, where can people find you?
You can find me on the Instagram at DYL_line, WEAVES_line. I've been posting a lot more there as of late and everything. So yeah, it seems like I just use Instagram a lot more. And then Twitter, it's still Danny Vallow. DANI_line VALO_line. Because Twitter.
Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, listening, whatever. Like, share, subscribe, send it to your friends, your best friends, your least favorite friends, and your friends that might have had really bad wrestling gimmicks a couple years ago that, you're totally fine roasting because you know that they also understand that it was bad. And I guess we'll see you in the next time. Goodbye. Bye.